Okay, I'm for part 2. So, my boy went and had to sand it down. Now we got the gauge part that actually fit. It's about 50 minutes of extra sanding around here.
Even still tight. Damn.
A little tight.
But it goes
in there? As long as it gets in there. Yeah, that's shit. We couldn't even get that far last.
Yeah. So.
That's the white band, right?
Yeah, that's the white band.
Yeah, white band on this side and loose on that side.
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, so now we can proceed with actually swapping this stuff out. But before we do that, we gotta let the car cool down some. I ain't trying to have anybody burn themselves. So yeah, as soon as this car cools down, we'll go ahead and dance stuff. We're gonna do the inside first, and then run out the wires, and just kind of have the wires sitting here. They come on the call. I'll call Steve on Monday, see if I can set up a tune for this Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know. We're so backed up.
I backed up and backed out. You can't squeeze your boy in, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to Steve. It's not up to me.
I know, but I mean, Steve, no, I'm a good customer. Steve, I'm trying to get this done Saturday, cause
you should.
Besides, my tune's pretty much done. He just has to round it out up top and hold it out, and then of course we have to account for the power mods that we threw in. So yeah, what to the power band? Yeah, so that's cool. It's cool. Yeah. So we'll see if we can't get it done this Saturday. Hopefully, we can get it done this week. Because I'd rather just get it done while everything's working, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll, good to go. But as you're saying, you backed up pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Got some new projects in, like headache projects, like long projects, or these are in and out jobs?
No, there's a lot long, but we got. I think right now we've got 6 cars waiting for tunes. Like at the shop.
Wow, waiting for a tune? He's just doing one a day?
So the Camaro, yeah, that's how it's going right now. We got Camaro, got a Chevy SS truck, got a 350Z, Saturn Ion.
Saturn Ion, wow.
Lexus is supercharged.
Okay, I figured that, but wow,
yeah.
you went that deep with the Saturn?
Yeah, apparently. So we got that, and then we got 370Z, 350Z,
cool.
And then I think there's Lexus, one of the old school Lexuses.
Damn, that's a lot.
Those are only 2.
So you're not doing any work on those, just straight tunes.
Just straight.
And we got the Truboost beside you. I'm still in the vanity. That's just for tunes. Woo. That sounds. I didn't even open this gauge up here. Ooh, that Truboost. Expensive little $300 gauge. Now Amazon is awesome because I got that. I got that a little bit ago, but I got it for $250 shipped plus tax, so like $280 shipped. They go for $350. And it's brand new, so you know how they always have the last one sell, the last 2 exactly. Discounted, just get out of there. So I got lucky and caught that. But yep, the electronic boost control to begin with, people. So you have to end up doing stuff backwards.
Fucking with that manual boost.
Apparently there's situations where a manual boost control is better.
Yeah, it just makes it harder to control your boost.
Well, I used to have one of these back when I had an Evo, but they went with the Evo. It's funny, the most expensive part, you think you pay all this money for the turbo kit, the exhaust, like, okay, you put out all this money for that, but it's all the little stuff like this. The gauges, the gauge part holder, this gauge, the monitor, this, that. That's what adds up. And the big stuff is like one big old charge, right? Now the small stuff is like continuous charges. Can we hook up the boost option of this, but not the boost gauge option, or is it all in one?
It's all going to be mounted as one part. So you're going to have. So that
so you'll hook it up, so it'll be able to read boost. It just won't be able to control boost because we're not going to hook that line up.
Well, we don't have to connect it or anything. Like we can just leave this disconnected so that it won't control the boost. But even still, you should just be able to hook it up and start controlling the boost from it. You don't even have to worry about. Well, you do have to worry about the tune, but you should just be able to hook this up and just put it on a low boost setting so that, even if you're only running 2 pounds of boost, that way it'll be safe until you get to the shop for the full tune.
Hopefully I get it done this. I'm gonna say, Steve, I need to get this tune, man. Like Saturday, cuz what's up? Talk about he got 17 cars ahead of me. Nah, Steve, let's go, man. My tune's almost done. You ain't starting from scratch.
Yeah, that's true.
You just gotta round it out, but then, like I said, account for these. Which,
but I mean, it's not gonna be like.
I don't think so.
Write the whole tune for it.
I think it is. I wanted to go white face gauges with all this stuff, but then, like because it's the new Aem X one. Like if it can make you buy it, bro. Like they make me pay another $30 for it. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost done. Not fully.
That thing is small as hell.
What, the gauge?
Yeah.
These are the gauges I was using to measure everything. Not these ones. I was using these.
That's the old school one. That's the new school one. That's the X series.
Yep.
There it goes. X series, and you can't really. Can you really tell the difference between the two? I don't know.
I mean, not really. It's just got a little bit more features to it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is. The gauge looks the same. So we're gonna run vacuum hose. It's gotta run from here all the way through the firewall.
We need to zip tie that thing.
What?
This?
Yeah, we'll take this off and run it, and then.
I'm talking about we need to zip tie it right there so it doesn't pop out.
No, this ain't gonna pop out. These things are so fucking stuck on there. I've never had one pop out.
But that's just like saying you've never had a Dodge Caliper that broke a small little pin to the clutch, and Dodge didn't even sell the part. Dodge is like, man, nobody wanted that car. We discontinued everything about it.
Yeah, fuck that bullshit. We got all the fittings for this.
Yep, it's all brand new. Everything's there. Brand new to the game. You get those shoes?
Huh?
You get those shoes?
Yeah, we bought those shoes.
Who paid for it?
She paid for it.
All right.
She paid for it. I ain't paid for that. But she's home today. She took off work. She stayed home today.
Took off work? Ooh.
Yeah. I was like, God damn, I wish I could take off.
I talked to some people about that the other day. They're like, "Oh, you're at the house. I'm at work." It's like, well, guess what? At the end of the day, it will pay off. It will pay off. Because
that's true.
I'd rather have a surplus of money in my account than to be living life on the edge. For all you people wondering, oh, how do you do this and that? Yes, this is a $300 gauge. Yes, that was over $1,000 steering wheel. You want to get nice stuff, you want to get stuff and not have to worry about something, be able to buy something with the freedom, not put it on credit, buy something with the freedom, not worry about it, work. I'm not saying work yourself to death, but you need to work.
So this is the X series.
Yeah, the X series. So we're going to do he's going to read the directions like a good mechanic.
Well,
remember when we didn't read directions when we were doing the can gears and stuff? I would think you install gauges like almost every other day.
I just got to look at the wiring colors and what
I figure almost every other day you install gauges.
Yeah. I just need to look at which one.
Can you run a car without gauges? Someone's going to ask me that question. Yes, you can. Should you? No.
Yeah,
this allows you to
always good to have.
Allows you to monitor everything. Although once we get this hooked up, maybe we wait till it's on the dyno. I want you to explain the whole, rich and lean with the AFR gauge. Like, what are you actually looking for? What is rich and what is lean?
So you want 14.7 is a good target idle, and then when you're doing a pull, right down to about 12.4, I believe it is.
So the lower it is, the more rich it is?
Yeah. The higher it is, the leaner you want.
Lean's what you don't want. That's motor blowing territory.
So it's air to fuel. So you're getting 14.7. What's the measurement? Something of air to 1 of fuel. So the higher you go, the more air. The lower you go, the less air. So that's how you remember 14.7 air to fuel ratio. So the higher you go, the more air. The lower you go, less air. And that's how we.
But the objective is it's okay to be super rich, but it's never okay to be super lean.
It's never good to be either or. But it's better to be richer than lean. But I say that with like parentheses around it. It's not good. I'm not gonna say it's good, but it's better.
Basically, you're doing the pull when your AFR sheet up above 14.7, get out.
Exactly. So yeah. All right. So it did come with butt connectors. That's good. All right. So then we gotta hook the red one and black one. And this red and black is going to go to the boost solenoid itself. And then, let's see,
He's looking at which wire goes where. Alright, once we figure out the wiring, we'll go over it right quick. Okay, we're back now. We got it all figured out. He's gonna go through all the wires so you guys would know which wire goes to where and which you're actually gonna use, etc. So what we got?
So you got black and red here, which are on a separate, compared to this. Those will go to your boost solenoid. Doesn't matter which one goes to which. Polarity doesn't matter for this. You can hook black to red to either wire.
That's the key. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. What we got?
So then you got your black and red here on this harness. That's your power and that's your ground. Just find a 12-volt source for your power and a ground here somewhere under the dash. And then orange is a scramble button. So when you want more boost, you can just push a button, but we're not going to do with that. And then the rest of these are all for an AEM ECU so that it reads for the ECU.
Oh, if you use the aftermarket ECU.
Yeah.
Well, like, again, when I get the S2000, I need the aftermarket AC. That's what that will hook up to.
That's what all those will hook up for.
All those, wow. So we're only using 2 wires.
A majority of the time, you only ever use 2 wires. You don't need much more.
But AEM smart, they wire for every situation.
And then on the back of the boost gauge itself, you have a vacuum hose. You run this down, and this will run through, and then hook it up to your boost solenoid. So one will hook up onto this side, and then this one will be from either wastegate or just another vacuum source we'll put on this side. So this one will read the boost here, and this one will read the boost from the car.
Okay, cool.
Pretty simple.
The kit comes with everything you need.
Yeah, exactly. That's everything. Cool. So, all right, let me start running wires.
So that's the boost. No, we got the wideband too. Don't forget the wideband wires.
Well, we're just going to use the same wires as this one, right? Or
I don't know. I don't know. Here's the thing about that one. It could simply just be the sensor. You know? So I could say, since we use the wires, put the sensor in the proper spot with the new sensor that's right there. And if it still doesn't read properly, then we just need to rewire it while we're there.
Yeah, well, it might just be where your wideband is itself.
No, the wideband was already. Okay, so let me tell you about that gauge. So I got that gauge years ago from a guy that was demodding his Honda, right? Got off him, right? He said, well, I think the sensor itself is bad because I was running like crazy rich, right? Okay, cool. So I bought a brand new sensor, right? I called AEM directly. They told me, you know, okay, order this. It's the sensor you need for that one, etc. So I bought it. At the time, before you worked at PRT, back when the old guy used to work there, he's the one who wired that one. They didn't want to. I'm not gonna say who, but somebody didn't want to put a bunk in my downpipe, so they plugged it into where the original secondary OT goes in the exhaust system. Because remember, I got full titanium graded exhaust, so it's in the wrong spot. It's actually on. I guess you would say what? It's not on the downpipe. It's on where the OT sensor would go. So they said it might not read correctly. It might read a little higher. Fuck it, don't read. It reads randomly.
Yeah, it's
like it just kind of says 14.6. It's always perfect, and then I'll just go like crazy lean or crazy rich or whatever, but it's not reading properly. So you can hook Honda up here, obviously, and see what your AFRs actually are. Yeah. As you saw how Steve tuned it. So I don't know if it's the wiring or it's just the sensor is just fucked. You know what I'm saying? So what we can do is keep the same wiring. That's fine. And then, like I said, plug a new one in. Obviously, we'll have to plug a new sensor in. If it doesn't read properly, we're at the shop. We're gonna have to wire it. Alright, but obviously this is the Truboost. We got wire.
Yeah, we gotta take all that wiring out and rewire.
Yeah. So we're gonna test. We're gonna see. Hopefully that's where it is. The wiring's fine. I don't see how the wiring can go bad. I can see how the sensor would go bad. Yeah. Yeah, but not the wiring.
Yeah. So we'll just plug this in and then we'll see what happens after we plug it in. But cool. Now so I gotta get all this wiring out of here.
So basically, we want to trace all that out. I don't know how the old shop wired it. I don't know how, but we gotta figure it out. And basically, we're gonna yank that out like an abortion, and I'm gonna plug a new baby in.
Get this fucker out of here.
You want to take out this dash part, or you want to go under, look under first?
Well, I was just gonna, because it'll be easier to wire the new one with this out of the way. So I'm just gonna pull this off.
Yeah. So this just comes out right here, like that. Like so, like that. It drops down, and then this would pop up right here. Gotta be careful. We gotta pop that out. Pop it on that side too.
Yeah, it's just a lot easier rather than trying to fight it.
I got you. It pops out.
Yeah, I got this side out over here.
There goes. There goes. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Carbon dash. Be careful.
That should be good enough to get this part out now.
And then you pop that part out.
Yeah.
There we go. We got to get out his light right quick. There we go. You guys can see.
Come on. Get out from back there.
Bam. There you go.
See, yeah. See, this is the wire.
That's the wire right there.
Yeah. That's what. So I'm guessing it went through all this. Okay. Okay.
I had to get on the floor, man.
Get down.
Time to get down. Gotta work those leg muscles. Now, for the sake of the video, there's really not much you're gonna be able to see. All he's doing is yanking it. He's just gonna yank out the old one and put the new wiring, follow the same pathway.
That's it.
That's pretty much it. There's nothing special, guys. So we'll let him pull this one out. We're gonna pull this one out, and then we'll come back once we get the pulling the new wire through. Oh, we can see the new wiring path. Yeah, that's how you run it.
Holy shit.
Well, it's probably a rat's nest down there.
Yeah, it is. Fuck it.
And we're pulling everything out. Even if I got one crazy high miles, I could still buy a motor cheaper than buying the whole thing and swap it. Not like I want to swap it, but thinking about it, if I get this turbo kit, I might as well go and at least get cams. Because we're going to have to install that shit anyways. So I kind of want to do that this time around anyways. I want to do the, go and knock out the, whatever performance I was going to do first. Knock out the performance stuff, because that's the shit that usually takes the longest time.
Yeah, for sure.
All the performance shit. The exterior body mods and all that, me and you can do that shit on the weekend, but putting up all these gauges and turbochargers and exhaust systems, that shit take time.
It for sure takes time.
You got it out? You yanking it out?
Almost.
Look at this rat's nest of wire.
Yeah, it
right
just
here.
keeps getting wrapped around another wire, so I gotta...
You remember this? You gotta remember that. To the boost gauge's credit, it was there first.
And everyone else hooked up after it.
If I wrapped around it. Yeah, you gonna be able to clean that up?
What, the rat's nest?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll try to.
I mean, like, you know, I just out the way. You get what
Yeah,
I'm
I can
saying.
definitely get it out of the way.
Yeah, I don't need shit hanging down, and then
There's so many fucking wires. Alright, so this is...
that's what happens when you build a car. What happens? You get this.
So this is what he was running power off of here.
Now you found it. So we're gonna tap it the same way.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap it right in the same line that it was tapped before.
Cool.
There's no point in trying to find a new power and new ground for it.
Yep.
Might as well just use the one that's there already.
Cool. So since you're down there, all right, quick. Let's get a picture of the rat's nest.
Yeah, you go for it.
Let's get a picture of the rat's nest here, so you guys can see when you're building the car what you're in store for. The camera up there, yeah, you guys can see that. Yeah, look at that. That's a nest. So you ever want to know what it looks like underneath a Honda or any performance car? That's what you get. All that. That's why it can't be seen.
The RX-7s are 10 times worse in the engine bay because they all run, all the wiring runs under the intake. So under the intake is just a fucking pile of wires.
Dude, if anything ever happens underneath the intake, you're just fucked.
It's just, yeah, it's just like pop me.
But it looks so clean.
Yeah, because you don't see any of the wires because it's all into the intake.
That's
But
what's
when you
up.
have to take the intake off to do shit,
You're like, oh my god.
there's just so many wires in the way. Alright, so what do we got here? So I got my power here and my ground here. So here's the only problem I'm gonna run into is that I'm gonna have to cut the power and grounds, so this gauge isn't gonna work anymore.
What gauge?
The one that your boost, that boost gauge over there, which I guess you don't need anymore, realistically.
That boost gauge over there won't work anymore. We were swapping it out anyways. Why wouldn't it work?
Exactly. I was thinking of your manual boost gauge.
The manual boost control, which is in here? It's manual.
Yeah, because it's hooked up to here. That's what this wiring goes to.
That's a manual boost controller?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta keep that. Why can't you splice them back? Like, you gotta keep that. Splice them back in. Why can't we splice them back in?
I can. I'll splice it.
Yeah, you have to splice it back in. We need to get some clips.
No, I got the connectors that came in the kit.
Yeah, but so anything we cut, it gotta be spliced back in. It's gotta work. I can't drive this car without any boost. It's tuned, bro. It's impossible.
Well, I mean, the electronic boost gauge will work as soon as you plug it in and set it up. That's what I'm saying. You could use that boost gauge, just put it at a low boost before you, and then turn it up when you get to the shop.
Oh, that's what you're saying. So is that for like 7 pounds or something?
Yeah, something low. Like what? How much are you running right now?
It's 10, and false to 7, so it'd probably be safe to go like the 5.
Yeah,
I mean, we did 7 to be fine no matter what RPM it is, but I was something like 5.
Yeah, so we can set up the boost gauge, the electronic boost gauge to work, because it will work right now. Everything's gonna work right now. It's just we'll keep it at low boost, so that way until you get to the tune, because right now you can turn it up to 20 pounds.
Hell no.
Exactly. But so the boost gauge will work. We'll set it up. So
just to read. Just want to make sure it's reading and stuff.
Yeah. We'll set up the boost gauge, so you actually won't even need the manual boost gauge anymore.
We can go ahead and wire it in.
Wire it in. Take the manual boost gauge out, and then set it at a low boost until you get the tune.
I gotcha.
And so that way you don't blow your motor.
Oh hell no, not again. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Right. So I'm just gonna cut these 2 wires here, so that way I can run power and ground off these 2.
Alright. He's gonna cut that. So here we go. There's no going back.
I mean, there is, but
yeah, there is. You gotta make it sound dramatic, man. I'll never get in it, man. You gotta make it sound dramatic.
Put my keys in.
Get all your stuff.
So
get your wire
out of my way.
Yeah. There you go. So this goes with the gauge, right?
Yeah, so that's for the gauge.
So I'm just saying, I could sell the gauge or use it for a different car or whatever. Or if you have a client that wants it, because this is a boost gauge.
Yeah. So someone can still buy it. All they got to do is
splice this like in.
Yeah, splice. Yeah, these 2.
Yeah.
Not those 2, but those 2 right there.
Yeah.
All they got to do is splice those 2 wires for power and ground, and then it works.
Gotcha. Boost gauge works fine. But it's just a boost gauge, isn't it?
All you gotta do is just splice the wires back in. Okay. So now we got this guy.
Getting text messages. Hey, I'm working. I can't be texting.
Alright. So we got these 2 guys.
That's guys, I know.
This stuff we'll leave alone. That's fine. We just need to know these 2 guys here. Those are the 2 we need.
That's what we're going to splice the harness into.
Yep. All this other stuff we'll leave. We've already got everything out for there. So just those 2 wires. Okay. And then we got to figure out where we're going to run it through firewall. And since you've already got a vacuum hose here,
so there's a hole there somewhere.
Yeah, so we can use this vacuum hose for your boost gauge as well.
Alright.
So use that. But now let's find out where we're gonna hook this all up to in the engine bay.
Alright, so we kind of figured out where we want to go with this. So these are the only 2 wires that are going to go through the body. So let's go ahead and push those 2 wires through so we can get that done.
Yeah.
And everything else is staying underneath.
Yep.
It's joined there. That's a lot of cable, dude.
Yeah.
You zip tie it. You can zip. It's already rolled up about zip ties right there.
Yeah.
So zip tie to itself. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, even realistically, all you have to do is just cut the cable shorter. You don't even.
Well, we're not gonna cut it shorter because if I ever get rid of the gauge or whatever, I'm gonna sell it to somebody. I don't want to cut it short and then it's useless to them unless they extend every single cable. And we can zip tie it because we have zip ties right here. Bam! I got these cut the zip ties. Cut. You ain't get out like an abortion like we did last one. Alright, so we're gonna do this. With the light on?
Yeah, I'm gonna go through. I gotta go through that, but I'm gonna go somewhere.
Gotcha. Okay. So now we got one of the hoses about to pull through the firewall, but before we do that, we're gonna run this gauge. This gauge is actually gonna go in the gauge pod holder, but we'll go ahead and run it through the dash, and then we'll zip tie the access. Because they give you, Aem is good. I will give Aem that. They give you a lot of lead wire. That's a lot of wire. You do not need that much wire. But you never know. Maybe you want to run the gauge in the back seat or something crazy like that.
I mean, yeah, or if you need to run it across to the ECU.
Yeah, like FRSs, they have the gauges on the on the little, I don't even know what the thing is called, the passenger side airbag module. So they give you plenty of wire. Look at that, plenty. That's a lot. So all he is doing is running it through the hole.
Pushing it down, so that way later on I'm not like, oh shit, now I gotta run it all the way back up through.
Let's take care of that right now.
Down it goes. Alright, let's see if I can reach.
I do apologize. Installing gauges is really hard to film it.
Yeah, there's not much.
Not really much to film when it comes to gauges. Pretty much more explaining than filming. But you see, he's running it through the hole right here, and he's just gonna pull it out from the bottom down here. That's all he's gonna do. See it?
Almost. I can almost feel it.
Oh.
Come on down. I just gotta find the right hole it's supposed to go down in.
Gotcha. That's always fun, running gauges through cars that never had gauges.
Finding all the little spots for it.
Catch it?
I'm almost there.
Alright, just pulled this side through. Now it's all at the bottom. So we're gonna take the other cable. You see it in his hand. And that's the one I'm gonna run through the firewall. Pull out through the engine bay. Not much to see, guys. Sorry about that. It's very hard. I know. It's difficult.
There's a lot of wires everywhere.
All we see. I'm seeing what they see. Not much.
Alright, I need to get this unwrapped from here.
I'll tell you one thing he is happy about. Happy I cleaned up down there.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I can't take it.
That's true.
I can't take it, guys. Some money's not good money. You say good money.
It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So now,
the girl gonna be like, we gotta pay that bill. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
can't do it. It's not worth it. I don't care if you need new shoes this week. It's done. We going hungry this week.
Yeah, I don't even know how the hell you could even, like, anybody could stomach it. That's like one of the worst smells, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. And then if you let the shit ferment and like heat get to it, oof.
Yeah, and then the summers and the heat, your car starts getting hot and you got water in it.
Yep, that's exactly what I said. I got it cleaned up and I'm like, yep, I'm gonna drop it out soon. Let you find out what hole wasn't plugged. Plug it up. Like this carbon dash. You know what's funny though? Even though we have a ratchet nest of wiring down here, it's still not as bad as that Super.
No, fuck them.
That Super was...
Because your wires make sense of where they're going. The Supras didn't. Yeah, I just gotta watch my head.
Yeah.
So don't get fucked up.
Yeah, I don't want you to fuck up that steering wheel, nigga. That shit took over half a year to make and get to me. Alright, so now he pushed him through. We just gotta find him, and he shines the light through here. Yeah, firewall back there on the back.
Somewhere, yeah, back there.
Like by the intake?
Yeah, there.
I see it. I see a wire harness right there.
Yeah, I'm just getting my hands back there.
Shine a light on the guys. Kind of see it. See, I see the cable. I see a brand new black cable. I can see it.
Which one is it? It's this one.
Gotta be that one right there. The one you just grabbed. That's it right there. Yep, I saw it.
Alrighty.
My 2025 Eagle Vision. I saw it. There we go.
Alright, I got more wire I can feed.
Yeah, I got a lot more. Just wanted to get it out. Okay,
Yeah.
so that was the hot part. There's our wire right here.
Yeah.
That we took power and ground to. Right into
And
that.
we decide where to mount. That's gonna be dictating on what else we.
Oh, we got a mount to right here.
Yeah, so we'll mount it to there. So we'll.
That way it's not in the way of anything. I can still take off the oh, I can't think of the name of it. The oil catch can. There you go. everything else. Cool, nifty. Looking good, looking good, looking good. For those of you that are new to my videos, yeah, that's my engine bay. A lot of performance parts. There's the tub ski right there. Meth injection line right there. But again, we're running these the electronic boost gauge as my manual, my grand speed one right there, so that we won't be losing boost pressure up top. Crimping the wires that we're gonna connect to the ones that we ran through the firewall. It's gonna be the power and the ground for it. That sucks, man. So what's it? So you can't. It's untunable right now.
Well, I don't know. We gotta go through everything.
So he tried to tune it though, and he gave up.
Well, yeah, it's still on the dyno right now.
Oh, so last car you tried it too?
Yeah, it's still on the dyno.
You gonna try to fix it on the dyno? You gonna pull it off and
Probably try and fix it on the dyno.
oh, you can check the simple stuff first. Simple.
Exactly.
So anyway, you can, like a boost leak, you can test with the water and the spray and see what's leaking. Anyway, you can test the vacuum leak.
So we pressurize the system usually. So we just there's
and do you spray the water? You just spray the water?
No, you'll just hear the air coming out, and you'll just listen. You listen out where air's coming through, or feel around and see.
If any, okay, so that's how
So we
you
just
know
pressurize the boost system itself.
I got you, and that's how you find the vacuum leak. Oh, okay, gotcha. There's a famous Aem boost gauge. So happy to see that thing.
So we won't zip tie it down right now. We'll just get everything hooked up. That's what we're gonna do right now. Is just get everything hooked up.
Yeah, they plug in. Okay.
So.
Gotcha. So all we're gonna do is crimp in there.
Yeah. I need to run a little bit more wire out just to make it easier.
Because the wires right there are a little difficult. So we're going to do the inside first?
Nah, I'm just running more wire.
Oh, again, I got you. Give ourselves more wire so that we can always pull it back. Want me to pull it?
Yeah, pull it.
Alright. I'll pull the wire right here, guys. So we have more wire to work with. Can I grab it? Thank you. There you go. How much you want? Yeah, I got plenty. I'm gonna say I'm outside on the fender. It's a lot. Are we gonna go underneath the intake? Cause remember the intake's gotta be changed out, and I gotta clean that thing. Are we gonna go underneath it? Are we going beside it, or what?
No, we'll run it up like this, so it's gonna go up against the firewall.
There you go.
And then wrap around down to here.
There we go. Perfect. I just want to get it. Yeah, I don't want it to be in it.
Yeah.
Nothing needs to be in anything's way.
Exactly. We'll just push it up against the firewall and run it around.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want nothing in nothing's way. I pull something out, yank something. Hell no. Nope.
And yeah, these wires don't matter, so you can hook either one to either one. Doesn't matter. Just needs to complete the circuit. So one needs to be power and one needs to be ground. And the one I want, there we go.
Make sure you're pushing down.
Huh?
And we'll make sure you're pushing in.
Yeah.
Put that motherfucker good. The bitch don't need to back out ever.
Oh.
Yep, like that. That's it, crimp it good. You had to miss the metal.
No, I had it. Just ripped the wire off. Bullshit.
You cut the wire again?
Yep. Just redo it. Okay. Luckily, you only need like 3 of these crimp connectors in here.
Yes, I'm going to leave this in the video. Mistakes do happen. I hate watching videos where everything goes perfect and you know it didn't go perfect.
It's never the way. Never happens.
It's like or I could do like some people, we can wave the hand and it's just magically together. Hey, we could try that now if you want. I could just wave my hand and we'll be together. Through the power of editing, we can make this. We can make this.
Luckily, this is why Aem gives you lots of line.
There you go.
Lots of wires.
Cut it again. We'll go at it again. do that again. Yes, before you guys comment, that is a very expensive wire stripping tool. That's how you know he's a true mechanic. Because I only got that Walmart special, they got the job done.
Look at how easy it is. It makes life so much easier using this fucking thing.
Clearly, when I work for,
you don't even have to pull it.
when I worked for Sprint building cell phone towers, we had those. Because all the wiring we had to do.
God damn. How far back does this wire go? That should be good.
Is that enough?
No, I'm gonna go a little more.
I was going to say, you need a little
Yeah, I need a little more.
Just a little bit more wire.
Yeah, that's good.
There you go, and clean it up. Let's try it again. Take two. Alright, look at that. Through the power of editing, the wires are done and good. They're all secure, as you can see, nice and tight. So, just so you can see, that's the wire that we ran through the firewall here, connecting to the bottom of the cylinder that plugs in right here. So, now what's next? We got that. So and we got the power supplies on the inside.
Yeah, so that's what
So we didn't wire anything to the battery because we already had it tapped for the previous gauge.
Yeah.
If you guys are wondering, that's why you don't see us tapping into this. Okay.
Yeah, so the power supply for the gauge will be on the inside off the wires that you're using before.
Okay.
And then we'll probably, I think we have enough space to take the vacuum hoses off that manual boost controller and bring it over to here. And that way we don't even have to worry about hoses either. Because you've already got the T down there, so we'll use the hoses for there and then just put those there.
So what are we going to hook up next? So we're going to do the vacuum hoses now to see what's up and then mount this, or we're going to finish the inside?
I'm going to finish the inside.
Alright, so we'll come back to this. We're going to go to the inside, get the inside done. Let's get the inside done. Wired up.
Alrighty, so